here. This is Killer Kyle. And welcome to Hey, me Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury, and talking about, what is it? Hold on.
Hard to kill?
Hard to kill, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good show. Let's talk about the first match, which a little bit irritated. What's his face versus Ethan Paige.
Yeah, Ethan Paige against a karate version of himself. And it's like, okay, they did in 94 Undertaker vs. Undertaker. That was well done. And then in, I'm gonna say 2013? Maybe? Don't hold me to that. It was sometime with them there. They did the Kane versus Kane, which again was fairly well done. This is like, okay, you have Ethan Paige, and he seems to have, I don't know, lost his mind or something, and there's this karate version of himself that has come to light, and it's maybe in his head, I don't know, but, like, okay, clearly what they did when they had Ethan Paige talking to this karate version of himself, if you will, was like have him dressed in, the tracksuit and laying on the couch and talking, and then him in this getup, this outfit, headband, and one hand wrapped and barefoot and stuff like that. And then they go do some editing, and it was like, okay, you got Ethan talking to himself as a martial arts expert, karate guy, whatever. So, I have a feeling that's what's more than likely gonna happen with this match.
Yeah, I don't have a pick for this one, unfortunately. Just doesn't seem to float my interest.
It's like, who's gonna win, Ethan Paige or Ethan Paige?
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, will it be entertaining? I'm sure it will be. Will it go well? We'll see.
Ethan Paige beating himself up, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, barbed wire match. Sammy Callihan versus Eddie Edwards. Usually I would snore to this one because I've seen it so many times, but this should be awesome.
The last barbed wire massacre match they had was, I believe, the Lucha Brothers against Santana and Ortiz. And now they're gonna have this one at Hard to Kill with Callihan and Eddie Edwards. And it seemed to be that with a lot of rivalries, the way to bring it to an end was a steel cage match, generally speaking. When there are really bitter, hatred-fueled, intense, whatever else, whatever other word you want to fill in there, rivalries is like the ultimate conclusion to the rivalry is barbed wire massacre.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have this match with Eddie Edwards and Sammy Callihan. The latest one, I believe, was, like I said, Lucha Brothers and Santana and Ortiz. They had one with Abyss and Judas Messias.
Oh, yeah.
They had one, I believe, with Abyss and Sabu. And there's a few others. Like, this match is so rare in TNA wrestling history, Impact wrestling history, whatever you want to say, that there's only been a few to recall from memory.
Yeah.
And, you know, have a general idea of, you know, what to expect going into it. When you have a ring with no ropes, wrapped in barbed wire, you know things are going to get crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to take Sammy on this one. I mean, Eddie is great and all, but Sammy looks like he can get the job done.
You know, it's interesting how it seems as if they are, I don't really know if it's necessarily turning Eddie face, but it's like they are changing him from how he used to be. Like, he used to be this, like, out of control madman, if you will, when Sammy hit him in the eye with a baseball bat. There's no sugarcoating it, that's what happened. He went to hit the chair, missed the chair, and it got Eddie in the eye. And then, you know, the rivalry took off from there. And they have had point-blank hatred for each other ever since. And it seemed for a little bit they were going away from each other. Like, it's like, okay, the rivalry's done and over with. They've moved on to other opponents, other people, whatever. But over the last few months, it seems that it's come full circle, and they're having matches with each other, and, you know, viciously brutalizing each other, and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, if we're going to, you know, have a definitive and ultimate conclusion to this rivalry and put it to bed once and for all, you could say, barbed wire massacre.
Yeah. Alright. You've got this match. Eric Young and what's the other guy's name? Eric Young,
Cody Dean,
oh yeah,
Joe Doring against Tommy Dreamer, Cousin Jake, and Rhino.
nah,
A 6-man old school rules match.
nice. So
Now, this is interesting because you have this change of heart from Cody Deaner, if you will, and turn on Cousin Jake and join Eric and Joe, and they've shaved his head bald and put him in traditional wrestling gear, if you will, and it's a completely different look from how he used to be, and he has that killer instinct, if you will, and the dark side, which is interesting, and having Cousin Jake aligned with Rhino and Dreamer is like, okay, Cody and Cousin Jake, maybe just call him Jake now, who knows, but have them in Impact for a year or so, and then, have the whole thing would happen. Cody, turning on Jake, and that whole thing going down. But, I mean, there's a lot of potential for Cousin Jake solo as a singles competitor, but, I mean, you align him with two very well established veterans of the business, and Dreamer and Rhino. Who better to learn from?
Yeah. That being said, though, I'm gonna have to take young Diener and I can't remember young the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Old school rules. To me, that basically says like hardcore style or no disqualification, whatever you want to call it. And as far as I'm concerned, that would favor more towards Rhino, Dreamer. I don't know about Cousin Jake. He may be new to the whole thing. He will be new to the whole thing. But I don't know.
Should be fun. Yeah, should be fun. Alright. The Virtuoso, Perazo, and Talia Valkyrie for the Knockouts title. I want to know how I feel about Deanna. What do you think?
Yeah. The role that Talia's been in the last little while has been very good. I mean, they got her partnered with Rosemary, and they're more or less a face tag team, if you will. And Talia has done very well for herself. Her entire run in
I got Tasha Steele and Havoc versus Talia and Havoc. Now I saw the tag team titles. Kyle said they're awesome. So, just briefly, I think Havoc and FAN will go over. I mean, Tasha Steele and Kiera Hogan are great, but I still need more time. They're very comedic, but we'll see how it goes. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Bullet Club. Kenny Omega and Good Brothers. It's good to see the Bullet Club back together. I think they're gonna win, as much as Rich Swann and Motor City Machine Guns are awesome. These guys will win, I'm pretty sure. We'll find out. AEW Champion versus Impact Champion. That'll be great. Killer Kyle, Matt. Talk to you later.